Good. Oh, golly, wrong one. Wow. Now there we go. We are technical difficulties right off the bat. Look at that. How is that for you? Get that thing out there. Well, you would think I'd know how to use my. There we go. Golly, how you doing, everybody? Happy Sunday morning. Nothing like goobering up first thing as you go. But that's what, that's honestly the whole point of this entire hobby is that we're here to experiment. We are amateurs, right? We're not professionals, and even if we were professionals, it's okay to goober up every once in a while. I mean, it's not like we're doing sound or video for a major thing like a baseball game or something like that. Our friend Greg, K6EGG from California, he does some of that professional stuff, and even as a professional engineer, I'm sure he's goobered up. I know I've done live sound production for many years, not so much anymore because of my years, but um, I've goobered up once or twice, and I've actually worked with some named big named artists that they've goobered up to on stage. So not a big deal. Well, we are back out here at the Morgan Monroe State Forest. My plan today, obviously, and I sound like a broken record sometimes, was to be working out of the back of the Bronco. But as I rolled over here and came around the peak, we've got dark clouds overhead, and it'll be just my luck that I get all the gear set up out there and it'll start raining. So I don't want to take that chance. Not today. I do have a. I bought a. I guess it's an awning. It's a tarp. It's a big tarp. Um, I'd posted some pictures in on my X about it, and actually I've gotten another one since then. That one was nice. It was just as wide as the back of the Bronco, um, and whether it's a Bronco or a Jeep, it's about the same width, roughly, and it didn't really extend out to the sides. And ideally, what I wanted to do was have basically some kind of a portable awning I could throw out the back of the Bronco and provide shade, whether we're out on the trail, overlanding, camping, or I'm just out doing the fun ham radio stuff, right? And I've got an easy to pop up thing. So I found another brand that makes a similar one to it. There's a lot of complicated ones out there. I just wanted a nice, simple one, right? A couple poles and away you go. Another brand, and it actually spans out wider than the Bronco, which is really what I wanted. So I have like another foot. The problem with the other one is it was so narrow, or just basically the width of the Bronco, that it didn't really provide any protection to anything I might have on the tailgate table. So that's So that's in the works. But we are here for ham radio today. So I see Don is in the chat. Good morning, Don. Got Rick out there. Uh, Dane, the portable ham. He's up awful early. It's he's on Central Time. So good morning, Dane. Got our friends POTA Power. So it's either Vaughn in his underwear or it's Julie with her cup of coffee. Either one. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Um, Cooley's out there. Good morning, Cooley. KB9 VBR guy. So Mike has an awning too on his car. Yes. So they've got the like the was it portable zero and 23. There's a couple of uh, structured awnings that you can get to and you'll see them on overlanding trailers and you'll see them on overlanding rigs where it's basically the entire length of the cabin, and those are cool. Um, Problem is though is that I had to have something clamped to the top, and that's um, not necessarily something I wanted to do. I mean, those aren't nice; they'll come right out, and you're good to go. Um, if I was if I had a trailer that I was pulling behind me for camping, I would have one of those on there because that's just part of the trailer and easy to go. I didn't want to have some uh, dangling there. Good morning, Aaron. All right, so we are here today. Let's get on the air. Hopefully, the bands have been good. I've actually I've been off the radio most of this week. Um, we had a major kerfluffle catastrophe thing, uh, hardware failure. If people don't know, I'm in the IT industry and I um, manage the infrastructure in multiple data centers for my employer, and so we have a couple full scale data centers, and then we have smaller ones all over our campuses for things that we can't run out of the centralized data center, things that have to be local to the building that require local inputs that can't be routed across a fiber optic ring. So we had a hardware failure um, at one of those that required me to be tied up for about 36 hours on site um, straight through. So uh, didn't didn't get a chance to do much radio this week. So I'm looking forward to getting on the air. So enough of me jibber jabbering. Let's get on the air. Let's make some contacts. I just got to find my camera here. Find a camera. Bring some of this stuff in. Well, all right. There's that. All right. That looks normal. All right. Well, I'm gonna start off on 40 like I normally do. Um, Good morning, POTA boy. Happy Sunday. Let's start off on 40 and see what that looks like. Try to get some of the local. I know Cooley's out here and Aaron are pretty close. We can probably do 40, and then we'll switch over to 20. And watch the grass grow there on the antenna cam. I really do need to get a producer. This would make this a lot easier to do. I notice my hair is sticking up. I need to get hair and makeup too. Hair and makeup budget also. So looks like Dane. I totally forgot about Dane. Dane's over there in Illinois too. So should be able to make at least a few contacts on 40. So bands sound quieter. I like that. Hopefully they're not too quiet. So real quick, I see 7225 KJ9 Bravo is at the Yellowwood State Forest. That is actually the forest right next door to where I'm at. So I'm going to try to see if I can't get ground wave contact with him or her. Now that doesn't look like it's in the cards today. Is this frequency in use? November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot. So I am using the Yaesu 891 here today with the ATOS 120 in the truck, just in case anybody's interested in what specific hardware I've got radio combination, antenna combination I'm using today. Good morning, Paul. I'm not even going to pronounce your first name. Good morning. Oh, and what was the question was, what coax do you use in the vehicle? So I have the, I think it's the K400 mount that I have with the, that I've got the ATOS on. I think that's the right number. It's whatever the one that everybody seems to use. And so is whatever coax was with it. So I think it's like an RG 316 coax is what that is. Is this frequency in use? Nova Whiskey 9 Foxtrot. CQ Parks on the air. CQ Parks on the air. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. Usually I'm over in the nature preserve, so I'm used to calling both park numbers over there. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. Aaron here's rag chewing. I'm starting to hear some stuff coming on the side there. James says, I hear someone in Arkansas, just not you. No, that happens. And Cooley says he's not hearing me. So, and Vaughn says, rag chew on 235 for Florida. All right, well, we'll find another frequency. This happens. I think sometimes I find that if you use the 5 or the 0, like 235 or 240, that tends to be used a lot by other people just because of the nature of the number. Go the other way here. How's the 182 look for everybody? Morning, Joe Brett. Now something's coming in there. Is this frequency in use? November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot. Sunday morning nets. Huh? Anybody 182 good for anybody? Is this frequency in use? November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot. Joe Brett says 181's busy. About 184. Does that look good? Propane Paul says 184. I'm going to go ahead and give that a try. Is this frequency in use? November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot. Sometimes you just got to jump out there and take it. Is this frequency in use? November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot. CQ Parks on the air. CQ Parks on the air. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. Joe Brett says I got clear channel all the way down to down south there. CQ. Put some more fire in that whip. I'm 100 watts, man. That's what I can roll today. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. Joe Brett, you out camping this morning? All right, looks like we're going to go to 20. I'm going to get some contacts here. All right, let's kind of see where people are at. Is his frequency in use? November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot. Is his frequency in use? November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot. CQ Parks on the air. CQ Parks on the air. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. My spot just went out, so hopefully it'll start getting some people. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. Is that Kilo 5 Key Victor Yankee? Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee QSL? Nothing heard. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot QRZ. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by.
Man, you're right, the noise for Kilo Golf 4, Victor Echo Tango.
Kilo Golf 4, Victor Echo Tango. Vaughn, good morning, 5-9. Kilo Golf 4, Victor Echo Tango. Vaughn, good morning, 5-9. Vaughn, you were right there. I heard you. Bigger than day. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot QRZ. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by.
Kilo 0 Bravo Foxtrot Mobile.
Was that Kilo 0 Fox Bravo?
Kilo 0 Bravo Foxtrot Mobile.
All right, Kilo 0 Bravo Foxtrot. Good morning. You're about a 5-1, 51 there, Dustin.
Hey, good morning there, Tim. I got you about a 5 and 5, 55 here.
All right, hey buddy, you're fading in and out, but I got you in the log. I appreciate the contact, my friend. Have a great day today in 73.
73.
All right, thank you. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot QRZ. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ Parks on the air, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. Kind of half thinking maybe my power got turned down when I was doing the FT8 stuff. There we go. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. Well, it looks like I got 100 watts going on, so who knows? CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. Good morning, Chris. Sean, you're right. The bands do seem quiet this morning. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. Probably should switch over to VHF and see if I can get some VHF distance here. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. I don't have anything fancy for an antenna, just a little quarter wave. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ Parks on the air, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ Parks on the air, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. Well, it definitely looks like there's no shortage of people on 20 this morning. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air from US 4215, the Morgan Monroe State Forest. November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. May have to switch over to hunting. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. CQ POTA, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot calling CQ Parks on the air and standing by. You know, something else I don't. All right, November Whiskey 9 Foxtrot going QRT. All right. Something I don't have set up, but I do have the ability now. I got the on the Gigaparts Ham Radio 2.0 Let's Make a Deal sale that they did a couple weeks ago. I got the turn that off for now. I got the that DigiRig, the 891 DigiRig kit to do F8 and other digital modes in the truck. I've only got it set up for a tablet because I usually don't have my computer with me. Obviously, I'm live streaming, so I need a computer. So I have not tried it out, and I know FT8 is not exactly friendly, but I guess the whole point of this live stream is a learning experience, right? And besides my glasses being dirty, so I guess we could always do that and fumble through getting that set up. Might have to go back and watch some KMRD videos on how to set up WSJTX with Mac. I've got it on the computer here, so just I don't know. I've tried it at home with the Flex. Where'd it go? Oh, come on. So I don't know what will come out of this, but we can have some fun and give it a try, I guess. Let me and I don't know what this is going to do to the computer, so hopefully this won't disconnect us or lock up the cameras. That's the other thing I'm afraid of. But we'll see. All right. So I am going to, instead of sharing my program, let's share the screen here. All right. So EM69 SJ, I think. Yeah. Oh boy. I'm thinking it's one of these. It's either this 425 or it's one of these down here. So the simple way to do that is let's just disconnect it. So I'm new to a Mac. Newer, I should say. I've had it for about a year now. Okay, so this 4255 is there already. Let's plug it in. So it was one of the ones there on the bottom. If I was TO, I'd be able to come in here with all these fancy Unix commands, Linux commands, and be able to probably just identify it easy. All right. So it's either the 00 or it's the 01. One is probably going to be the sound card. The other one's going to be the I think the radio is set for 38400. And the reason I I say that is because I'm that's what was set up with what you want to call it. All right. Okay. So all right, well that didn't do anything with the radio. And that didn't do anything to the radio. Oh, so did it even? I don't think this is gonna work. Not. I got too much stuff set up to easily debug this thing here. All right, got that. We'll get it. We'll figure it out. Yep. Oh. Does anybody know off the top of the head the menu option for the speed? The speed for the USB link. What menu option that is? I suppose I can throw the camera in here so everybody can follow along. Prep Paul thinks it's all right. 5.4 menu option 5.4. Let's see what we got here. Oh, cat rate 9600. Huh. I wonder if it's seeing something. different. Because I swear my memory is short. I've had a lot of long nights this week. Look at that. Look at that. Somebody's coming in here. Bam. There's the answer right there. 9,600. All right. And we are. Okay. So our input's a little hot. Let's see if I can. Might just be easier to control that from the radio. All right. We're getting there. We're getting there. So this right here, I'm gonna guess is the filtering, compressing that down and shrinking the window, of what I can hear, upper and lower end. So I don't think I'm gonna get away from data U. Um, I had to play with this when I was getting that set up for the tablet. Sean, that's a good thought. I don't actually have a rig control program set up on here to do that. I should probably get one. Make it a little bit easier, huh? I think this was the other option, maybe. Uh, hey, Paul, do you know how to open that up, or should I switch over to just straight USB? That's what I have to do when I run this from FT8CN, is just use USB. Data high cut, data low cut. Other shift 1500. Should be able to use just USB, then okay it, unless rear USB port is set in the menu to only use data U. Okay. All right. Well, that sounds like it changed something there. There we go. That looks better. Well, that just blasted out my speaker there. But well, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get it wrapped up. Actually, appreciate the help. You know, it is what it is, and we made one contact. I'll obviously be out here later today, at some point, anyways, to do a full on out of the back, out of the back thing. Was FT8 specific DigiRig doesn't use the rear USB anymore. But all right. Let's go ahead and get it wrapped up here. I do appreciate the help. That's always the fun thing here, right? It isn't. Sometimes it comes out great. It's easy to do, and you make tons of contacts. And the other times you have problems like this. The good thing is that I want you guys to see that primarily, and I hear this comment a lot with people, is that they say that we're doing it on YouTube. We make it look so easy. We never mess up. And the reality is we mess up all the time. And I don't care if it's myself or Mike, KMRD, or any one of the Jasons, or TO, Big Jim. Matter of fact, TO has made a whole series out of goofing things up for for the last couple of years. So if you guys don't watch that on Mondays night, you should. I'm pretty sure everybody does, but yeah, I mean, it this is a hobby. It's a hobby to have fun in. So any last minute parting things? Anybody got anything going on today for the rest of the weekend? Um, go ahead and drop that in the chat. If not, I'm going to go ahead and start getting wrapped up here and call it a weekend. I am going to get this FT8 working. I don't know if you guys did hear when I did the test tone, it blasted through the speaker. So I need to find a way to make sure that's blanked out so it doesn't come through. FT8 is obviously not my ideal choice of doing POTA activations uh, from the park. Ideally, I'd like to do voice, uh, but in those times, it's good fallback, right? If I knew CW, I'd probably try to do it too. But real quick here, Sean says he's going to be out doing yard work today. That's Sundays are good for that. I actually got mine done yesterday morning. For some reason, we have a lot of rain and this summer, and so if you get a window to do it, I do it. The nice thing is that my neighborhood was once an agricultural farm field, so we have great drainage. That's the one good thing I can say. We have great drainage. Um, Chris says he's going to edit a video today and spend some time with the kids. And also, if you guys don't follow Chris Radio and Life, make sure you follow his channel. Cooley said he got the station down in Cuba, the POTA station. So awesome. Any other last? Morning. Yeah, it's a cool truck. Oh, thank you. That is about it today. If you guys haven't done so already, make sure you do the QR code up there. It gets you to all my social medias, depending on what you follow on. Right now, we are streaming on X, YouTube, Facebook, Rumble, and Instagram. So I've added Instagram, but I'm not sure that's going to work out because we're in a landscape format and they're portrait, but we'll get them around to doing like everybody else. Sounds like Prep Hand Paul's got the worst one of the weekend there, having to dig a hole to fix a broken sprinkler pipe. But got some AC connected. Oh, that's right. You bought you got a whole home generator system set up. He bought that when we were down at More Expo, and so hopefully you get that in and that's working out for you. Otherwise, guys, Ham Church is coming up. To and Big Jim will be streaming here in just a second, so I'm going to go ahead, and if you guys don't already have it, I'm going to put the link in the chat. Go check him out. Tell him the fat guy with the beard that can't get FT8 working sent you guys, and have a great rest of your weekend, and hopefully we will catch you guys on the air. 73, everybody.